I'm back, part 2. First part was actually kind of breaking up what Sabbatinism is all about. Or not really breaking up what Sabbatinism is all about, because it's kind of giving just a little bit of understanding that if you can forego your conclusions that right-wing people, or me in particular, conservative people, are conspiracy theorists, because we're not. We base a lot of our stuff, if not all of our stuff, on facts. What I have been finding is there's a lot of projectiveness, if that's the word, from the left. It's a really sneaky habit they do. They tend to project a lot on whatever that they really are or what they really do. They project on to conservatives. Okay, I see that an awful lot, and they're going to get caught. They know right now that they look really bad. Hillary Clinton messed with, had this dossier that they started. They're trying to project, saying it was started by the Republicans. It wasn't. Okay. She hired her law team from Perkins Coie. They ended up hiring Simpkins, and Glenn Simpkins hired the Orr family, Nellie Orr and Bruce Orr. They in turn got in touch with Christopher Steele, who is also the same source that the FBI used as their little rats. And that's where a lot of this crap comes into play, is that the FBI had used Christopher Steele before, and I don't think they knew that Brennan had used the same source, and that's why a lot of them are starting to blame each other. Brennan will blame Comey will blame Brennan, and so this is where this is starting to play in. They're all they're doing things that have never been done before. When I mean, you've never seen or intelligence agencies go online and try to defend their behavior like they're doing now. They're trying to justify their bad behavior, and they're trying to lie about it. They know that they can't get past Barr. So I need you to think like a crook, like the Democrats. They can't get by William Barr unless they impeach Trump. Okay? Think like them. If you think like them, you'll be able to succeed in this, because it's really hard to think like a completely piece of shit crook like the Democrats, but you have to. Okay? So they realize that in order to get to Barr, and in order to get to John Durham, they have to get through Trump first. They have to impeach Trump. That's why there's this call by people on the left to impeach, but they know that it's going to blow up in their face. They either don't have enough in the House because there's some Democrats that are scared to do it, or they know that 100% it'll be laughed at in the Senate, and they'll just blow it off. So it won't be confirmed. So they will have had an impeachment that will be just nothing more than a big F you back, and they will absolutely get annihilated in the House and Senate during the 2020 elections. And Pelosi, as crooked as that bitch is, she knows it. She's not stupid, okay? She knows she would just be annihilated. She would be annihilated, okay? But the left wing, the leftist socialists, I need you to think of them like vampires with blood. They don't care. Just do it. Just do it. That's why they don't think. They don't think. It's a very, very far left Luciferian type of ideology. So they don't think like liberals, and they've gone so far left. It's all about totalitarianism, collectivism. It is about forgetting everybody. It's only about them that they care about. Okay? So, all right. So they know this. So they're figuring, what if, while we're still trying to go to people around the country and try to build up this support. Okay, they already have their base, but they're trying to think that they can get other people other than their base to be in support. That's why they went after fake Republicans like Justin Amash. Okay, Justin Amash, I had my doubts about that guy 2 years ago. I told people, I said, this guy is the same guy that voted against. He voted. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, they're going after you. They're going after Justin Amash. I knew, because he didn't vote for the Kate Steinle bill. Yeah, I knew that this guy was a piece of crap. Okay, there's a lot of people like that will pretend that they are libertarian or pretend they are conservatives, and you're going to find out they're weak. They're weak. Richard Burr is another one that's weak. Okay, he's owned lock, stock, and barrel by Warner. Okay, lock, stock, and barrel. He's owned by that asshole. Okay, and Warner, remember, he's the same son of a bitch that made money through Yandex. $6 million made through Yandex, the Russian Google. Why isn't he being investigated? Huh? Interesting, right? Okay, so. Anyhow, how do you get through them? Easy. All right. They need to go after Trump for the impeachment, but in the meantime, if they can create a narrative out there that having Trump or any of his people talk to officials, that's against the law. Well, it's not against the law, because we know that's exactly what Barr and Durham and who knows, maybe Horowitz is doing. Who knows? But there's going to be a lot of people, intelligence agents. There's going to be a lot of people asking about Mifsud, who we're finding out Mifsud actually worked through the old Italian government, the communist or the socialist government they had there, the old socialist government that they had in Australia. That's where you had Alexander Downer. You have the current and old socialist government that is actually still in the UK. Okay, and that would be what's his name? I used to be fantastic at him, Hannafin or something like that. And they got Russians as well that are also involved with this. They do not want people talking to these governments, such as Russia, Ukraine, England, France, Germany, Italy, Australia, because they know that all their bullshit is going to come out about the dossier and more, way more. Like I said, this stuff goes so deep. It goes so deep that the election fraud is just one of it. Just one of the things. Okay, the dossier is only one of it. I mean, if they ever touch upon uranium 1, that'll be Pandora's box. That'll be like the oh my God. The amount of corruption that went with uranium 1 is disturbing. You're talking about murders, crimes, cover-ups, deception, overtaking countries trying to overtake the United States, countries trying to steal our uranium, presidents and Secretary of States making tons and tons and tons of money on it. Okay, selling our weapons and selling our weapons, all of that stuff. They're gonna find out all of that stuff, and that stuff is starting to come out. Okay. The thing is this: as we are knowing this is coming out, the media just refuses to cover it. We know it's there. It's coming out, people. It's coming out. But they refuse to cover it. All right? So, but I'm going to be letting you know, this is why I can't stand Democrats, because they refuse to see what's really happening. They refuse to see it. They refuse to see that people like YouTube and or Alphabet or Facebook and all these are nothing more than fascist groups that are trying to control free speech. But as other groups start to come into play, I'm telling you that even though they have dominance now, it's going to decrease. It's going to decrease. Okay? It bothers me when I see people like Paul Joseph Watson want to blame the President of the United States for not handling this. He's doing the best he can. He's got a lot on his plate, and he isn't the only person in Washington, D.C. that can handle things on corruption when it comes to voting, when it comes to electoral votes, when it comes to the media. That's why we have Congress, and that's why we have a Senate, right? House of Representatives and the Senate. That's why we have them. We elected these officials to do that kind of work. He is doing the best he can. This guy never sleeps. But it is up to us to also. It is up to us to help fight for our own country. It is. And fight for our globe. The people in England need to fight for England. They need to fight that. And hey, creating that Brexit Party again was a big FU to the establishment, both the left and the right. Okay, because like I said, they were really just one big uniparty. If you thought that the Tories and the Labour Party were different, not really. They were one big giant socialist uniparty. They just pretended they were right. They pretended they were conservatives, and they got a big kick in the ass with this new Brexit Party. Okay, you're seeing it in Italy. Italy has turned conservative and is kicking the socialists right in the ass. It's happening slowly in Germany. It's happening in the UK. It's happening in France. Macron is at his lowest point. It happened already in Hungary. It happened already in Poland. It happened already in Brazil. It's happening all over the globe. People are saying no to globalism, no to socialism. It's happening everywhere. People are tired of it. Okay? And I told people this is about an 8 to 10 year process to reverse everything that Obama and all of his deep state had created. Okay? A lot of people in this deep state. Okay? And now he's reversing it. And now we're reversing it. Why do you think they hate Trump? That's why. Because the globalists and all of these socialists are pissed that Trump is going to undo in his 8 years everything that they had started. He's going to undo it. He's the worst president in history. Hardly. He's the very best. He's the very, very best. He's the ultimate best. He's crushing socialism and globalism at its core. But it takes time. But I do like what he does. One thing I kept thinking, I said, in the next 5 years, you watch as China starts to fall on its ass. With Trump in there, and Trump will still say that he's my best friend. Right? I love President Xi. Okay? I love how Trump does that. How can you get mad at a guy that says he loves you? How can that even occur? It doesn't. Psychologically, he is playing the perfect war game with these radicals. What's amazing is he says the same thing. Oh, I love Macron. Macron's a nice guy. All these guys, they're globalists. They were looking to overthrow Europe into a socialist country. Oh, I get along with Theresa May just fine. She's a wonderful person. She's a shill. I get along just fine with Merkel. Bullshit. She hates your guts. But he's sitting there pretending that they're all friends. Justin Trudeau, he's such a nice guy. He's a fag. That guy is such a loser, right? All right. You see my socks? You see my socks? He has a fascination with people looking at his socks. He's an idiot. Okay? But he pretends they're all his friends. He has a few that he really likes, and you'll know the ones he really likes. Okay? You can tell the ones he likes. Prime Minister Abe from Japan. Okay? He says he likes Moon, but Moon and North and South Korea took advantage of this for years. Okay, that's before Moon got in. Remember, they overthrew their own president in South Korea about 2.5 years ago. Remember that? So he obviously has a relationship with Bibi Netanyahu. He has a rapport with the King of Jordan. He watches the King of Saudi Arabia, King Salman. I love how he says that. He goes, I call him up, hey, King? So funny. I mean, he is like so unpolitically correct. It's hilarious, you know. Hey, King? Yeah, it's Donald. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. Okay? It is funny. He is unpolitically correct, and I like that. I like the fact that he is just getting shit done. Okay? But it's a little at a time. When you have a corrupt socialist Democrat Party that's trying to stop President Trump at every single turn, it's amazing that he's even doing this well. It really, really is. It's like mind-bogglingly amazing that he's doing that well. Okay? So, just stay focused, stay alert, and don't be so easily persuaded off the conservative train with Trump. Okay? Don't do that. And that's one thing I found. I found that the fake people on the right, who are generally leftists anyway, the first one to jump off the train. The people like Ann Coulter. Okay? Ann Coulter's a fucking douche. Okay? Alright? Okay? And she's a douche. Alright? Okay? Just stay calm. You do that, and you're going to see a lot of surprises. People are like, yeah, but we want to see some indictments. They'll happen. They will happen. When? Don't know. But you gotta have faith. You gotta have faith that they're gonna happen. I can feel the boomerang effect. You should start to feel that boomerang effect too. Okay, peace out.